Have you ever felt paralyzed that even if you have the best willpower to finish stuff, you just can't do anything? You can't move, and there's no other choice but just to stay in bed and really not do anything. That was me back in June, July, August 2025 when I was literally not able to do anything. Was it a pleasant experience? No, but was I thankful that it happened? Yes, because it did open my eyes to a lot of reality that I really have to face. It was a very dark time, but specifically for me, even singing was quite impossible for me. Like I don't have the willpower to sing. The thing about me is that I always sing, even if things are rough, even if I'm having like the worst problem ever. When I'm in the shower, I will sing. That's the way for me to release, stress and stuff. But something was holding me back during that time, and looking back, I didn't know then what was really happening with me. But now that I'm talking about it, I know. I'm just not ready to share anything about it yet, but for the purpose of this video, let's just call it the creative rut, okay? To me, everything felt like a chore. Things like finishing a song lyric or producing a record, it felt like a task list. And to create this album, I have to sacrifice a lot of my time, my weekends, my evenings, and I still have to function 100% at work, which is a high demand job at my position also. I also have my own personal problems to think of, finances, how to balance out time with friends, family, all the things that I've been dealing with also internally at work, the constant friction that I was put through and that I'm experiencing for the first time. That is a lot to cover for someone like me who's just trying to make it work, who's trying to just make an album. And I really felt like nothing was going well for me. And I realized really that the problem was that I expect everything to work out in my life. That everything, since I've been putting my 100% attention to things and splitting myself equally, quote unquote, I want the result to be the same. But the thing is, my body's not able to handle it anymore. Something really has to give. And I was really spread too thinly. I think it's even an understatement at this point. My default is not really very healthy. I wasn't taking care of myself. I still try to eat healthy, but to me, my body was all in the service of creating more. The thing is, I'm independent. If you don't know that yet, I am independent, and it takes so much. Like, I have my fiance as my stylist, as my creative soundboard. I have my friends who's helping me with the photo shoots, with the makeup, and then my brother who's helping me with the edit. So I'm not a lone team, but this music is all on my own. I just have my mixer, bless his soul, has really been so supportive of me also. But the music, it has to come from me. I don't have co-writers, I don't have co-producers, and it's the main juice, it's the main juice of what I'm doing. And it's so hard to complete it with everything else that's happening else in my life. So my body literally got drained. And mind you, I've had some serious fun time this year even. My first out of the country vacation, seeing Lady Gaga for the first time. At that moment, back in May, I really had like such a good sense of artistry after seeing her live. Lady Gaga is mother to me. She's mother. She's really mother. But even seeing Lady Gaga live didn't help a month or two later. It's also been my first proper vacation since I started working. And I've been working for 8 years. So you could just probably see how that is impacting this entire thing. But I have so much backlogs. And I have to pay the price of losing time. Because I was in that rut. Imagine 3 months, I wasn't really able to do anything. Not even the vlog. So I have a travel vlog with my fiance. There's a lot of pending videos that I still have to edit. I'm the one editing that. And the thing is, I don't have the money to hire someone to edit those videos, to produce for me. I've knocked on doors for people to work with me, but money's always gonna be an issue at the end of the day, and these people did not respond to me. So I had to do it all on my own. I have to now face the reality that I lost a lot of time. Honestly, it doesn't really sound so positive when I say this, that I lost time, but at the same time, I'm kind of grateful that I had this time to really process my feelings and my emotions. So what did I just do, right? I really just allowed myself to not create. I think that's the best solution before. I know being independent has its own pros and cons, but at the end of the day, I leveraged the fact that no one's chasing me for a deadline. Nobody was trying to make me get this album out in a specific time. I'm the only one dictating that time, right? So since I cannot do the November release anymore, I just push it back. I haven't set the date yet. Right now, as I'm recording this, there is a date. By the time that this is released, I believe that the album should be done. But it's so hard because I also don't want to rush things. I also turn to mind exercises like building puzzles, building Legos, which really helped with my brain a lot. I still don't buy a lot of these things still, but I'm glad that I did. So I bought this puzzle with my best friends, and funny enough, this puzzle was actually like a fun thing that we did in Toy Kingdom. And then we told ourselves, let's buy something to heal our childhood. And then for me, it was puzzles. I don't know why. For some reason, I turned to puzzles. And I feel like I enjoy doing a lot of those. And I do. Those were the mind exercises that I did to clear my brain. Also, I was actively seeking the help of my psychologist to help me navigate my emotions. So yes, this baby is in therapy. Yes, therapy works. So my therapist has really been great, has been very, very patient with me when it comes to my concerns. And I just really allowed myself to not see in the darkness. I think it's very, very important that even in the dark, I just really wanted to make sure that, I don't always find the answers for things, and, just walk in the dark, right? What I did was a lot of navigating my feelings. When you're walking in the dark, you do walk by feeling. And I think that's what I did. And it's something that I usually deprive myself of because I operate so fast that I don't really process my emotions or my thoughts about certain things. I move on to the next thing without acknowledging what a specific experience has given me or what the hell happened really in the previous one. So I don't really process my emotions a lot. That's what I learned. And that's a hard thing to learn when you're 29 and you're navigating how to build a life and taking risks like what I'm doing right now. It seems like I have been operating like a tsunami when I should just be riding the wave. I was going at it too hard. And I think those 3 months has been one of the most pivotal moments of my 2025. Some of the songs on the album really was has taken its shape because of that pause that I did, and I'm kind of happy that I had that time, because I got to really focus on creating what's like the best for me. Needless to say, and I couldn't say this enough, but I'll say it loudly. We have to stay still. We really have to not be able to do anything. My therapist. So there was a point when she told me just slow down, okay. And then after like a couple months, she said, okay, you know what? Enough of the slowing down. Just stop. Like it came to that point when she really asked me to just stop and not do anything. Like just rest, be in bed, not do anything, and that's what I did. So I don't know if this kind of helps. Not here to preach like what works or what doesn't, but this is what worked for me. But I feel like it's a universal truth, really, that if you're a creative and if you have a 9 to 5 job like most of us do, baby, you can't do anything all at the same time. No one's also rushing you. I mean, for me, like it almost feels like there's a deadline, because I'm also almost hitting 30 and I want this album to be out before I hit 30. And but at the end of the day, there's still time. Like I think my 30s would be the best years of my life and moving forward also. But yeah, I really have to know the value of staying still. Again, I am not slowing down, but I have to stay still every once in a while. I don't want to be in this kind of creative rut anymore, but I know that I will be again soon because who knows. But yeah, I think I know what my baseline is now, and that's all that I need, I guess, for now to work on. So thanks, babes. So I'll see you in the next one, babes. Bye bye.